Okay, these are the video solutions for November 2008. Foundations here, units to 2, sorry, stage 2, and this is a calculator paper. So the first question, write 3.9 to the nearest whole number. So anything 5 or above rounds up, so 3.9 rounds up to 4. Part B, write down the square of 4. So 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. If you use a calculator for that one, you just square that if you need to. Question 2, you're given out some percentages of different coloured pens in a box. If you add up the ones that we've got already, they add up to 65%. And we know that everything together should be 100%. So if we do 100, take away 65, that leaves 35%, which must be black. So 35% must be black. All these then add up to 100. So our final answer there is 35%. Moving on, next question. Okay, part 3, bit of algebra, simplify. There's 5 x's, we're adding them all together. So quite simply, there's 5 lots of x, or 5x. And question 4, you've got a solid prism made from centimetre cubes, so all these cubes. So we need to work out the volume of the prism. So how many centimetre cubes are there? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the front shape like that. So there'll be another 6 behind it. So there'll be 2 lots of 6. There's 12 centimetre cubes all together. Moving on to question number 5. Here we go. Frankie says that 15 take away 3 times 2 equals 24. Frankie's wrong. Explain why. Well, using bit maths, we know that multiplication comes before subtraction. So 3 times 2 is 6. So really it's 15 take away 6, and that is 9. So that's how you need to explain that. 15 take 6 equals 9. Moving on to question 6. In the circle, centre P, draw a radius. A radius goes from the centre of the circle to the circumference. So that's an example of a radius, all the way to circumference. And part B, in this circle here, it says draw a chord. Okay, a chord goes from any 2 points on the circumference, a straight line like that. But it does not go through the middle like this, as that would be a diameter. Okay, so a chord goes from 2 points on the circumference, a straight line. And next question. Alright, question number 7. We're told that this shape is a parallelogram. Alright, we need to work out the size of angle X. There it is there at the top right. Now, when you've got 2 parallel lines like this and a line that goes through them, these 2 angles add together to make 180 degrees. So quite simply, 180, take away 152, and that gives us our value of X, which is 28 degrees. And question number 8, use your calculator to work this out. So basically put that in the calculator, use your square root button, use your square button, and when you put it in the calculator, you should get the answer 18.347, 479, 39, and you put your whole calculator display there. Alright, next question. Going back to algebra. So we've got to fill in a table of values and plot the coordinates. So the equation is y equals 5x plus 1. So for all these x values, we have to times them by 5 and add 1. So I've done the first one for us. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16. So I move to the left. We'll now do 2. 5 2s are 10. Add 1 is 11. Then we'll move across to 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Add 1 is 6. They've done 0 for us. We'll now go to minus 1. 5 times minus 1 is minus 5, and add 1 back on gets you to minus 4. And then plot these points. So I want to start with the positive end. So the first one's 3, 16. So start in the middle, 3 to the right, and then up to 16. There we go. Then we've got 2, 11. Start in the middle again. So 2 to the right, then up to 11. Then we've got this one here. So 1, 6. So start in the middle, 1 to the right, and up to 6. Then we'll go to this coordinate here, which is 0, 1, so stay at 0, doesn't go anywhere left or right, and it goes up to 1, and then finally we've got minus 1, minus 4, so start in the middle, we go 1 to the left this time, then down to 4, get out your ruler, join them up in a nice straight line, and that's the straight line for y equals 5x plus 1. Moving on, question number 10. A bit more algebra, so we need to expand the bracket this time. So whatever's inside the bracket you multiply by the term at the front, which in this example is 2. So 2 times 3c is 6c, and 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. Part B, factorizing. So that means that the other way around, you put the brackets in. So if you look at both terms, we've got an x in both terms, haven't we? X there and an x there. So we take out the x, put that at the front of the single bracket. And what do we times x by to get xy? Times by y. And what do we times x by to get 3x? We times it by 3. So there's an answer there, x brackets y plus 3. You multiply the brackets back out, you get back to the question xy plus 3x. Question number 11. It's about someone who takes some children to the theatre. We told them adult ticket's £13.20, a child ticket's £8.30. We need to find the total cost of one adult ticket and all the... we know the total cost of one adult ticket and all the child tickets was £146. We've got to work out the number of children that were taken to the theatre. So if we start with the total, which was 146, and if we subtract the adult ticket, which is £13.20, that gives us... Sorry, let's get my answers here. That gives us £132.80. And that is basically the cost of all the child tickets. So if we then take £132.80, and if we divide that by the cost of one child ticket, which is £8.30, that gives us the answer 16. So 16 children were taken to the theatre. Now, the last question, going back to a bit of geometry. Here we go, parallel lines again. So we see we've got lines on here, these are parallel. Tells us the parallel as well, and we know that angle BEF is 127 degrees. We've got to work out the value of y, this angle here. Well, we can see that's actually a z angle. When you've got parallel lines and a line goes between them, we can do a z angle, which means 127 and y are the same. So y is 127 degrees, and the actual reason there is alternate angles, not z angles. Because the angles are the alternate side of the line which separates the parallels. Okay?